Welcome to SoccerHolics TV, the #1 show that follows the most passionate and loyal fans inside their supporters clubs, being filmed in the city of Toronto in Canada. This weekend's big fixture sees Manchester United taking on league chasers Liverpool from the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford. Well, since former player Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over as caretaker manager in late December last year, the team have become an absolute revelation, winning 9 games and drawing 1 and currently 4th in the table. Meanwhile, the Reds are chasing their first league title since 1990, and the verdict is that this season is their best chance to do it. Matchday number 27 is up next, and it's coming at you right here on SoccerHolics TV.
Well, for so much build-up in the week leading up to this game, I'm pretty surprised it ended 0-0 between Manchester United and Liverpool at the Theatre of Dreams this morning. I'm here with Red Devils fans Jim, Deep and Derek, and we're just going to talk about the game in general. So guys, what was your reaction to the display that you just saw in front of some great fans here at the Firkin in Toronto?
So for me, I was personally very disappointed by the results because we had some very tough injury issues to deal with in the first half, but we fought really hard today. I would have liked to get away with with all 3 points today. We outplayed Liverpool, clearly.
Yeah. Guys, what do you think? We have thoughts there. I mean, you went through a bit of adversity as well because you used 3 substitutions, first time since 2015 it said, so luckily you didn't have any more injuries in the second half.
Right, that was definitely a plus for the second half. I mean, at the end of the day, it seemed like we were defending with 10 men because Rashford was just being stuck up front. He couldn't run. But if you take, with all the injuries even, like I don't remember Liverpool ever testing De Gea. Like, you know, they said after 31st minute, there was no shots on target from them. So even with the bad hand that we got dealt at the beginning, the major chances were all United. So a bit disappointing, but all things considered, you know, it's 1 point in the bag.
Derek, is it hard for a game like this because it's like, you know, 2 of the best teams, 2 great defences, you know, so much quality on the pitch, but yet it must be disappointing for a fan to see a 0-0 result?
Yeah, well, it's always the same nearly with United Liverpool. There's such build-up all week. Everyone's expecting a 3-2 or 4-3, loads of goals, and then 0-0. It's happened so many times over the seasons, but I think today we had maybe 2 chances with Pogba's header and Lingard maybe trying to round the keeper, but I think 0-0 probably all round's a fair result. There was no keepers really tested. We were unlucky in the first half, obviously, with the three injuries, but Ole's still unbeaten in the league, so we'll take that today.
Yeah, of course. I want to rewind a bit because the last time we were here, obviously a different manager, Jose Mourinho. Let's talk about him because I just want to get you guys' verdict on him as a person, character. Was it all his fault, or was some of the players to blame that led to his sacking and a string of disastrous results?
Yeah, I honestly think it was like a 50-50. The way he was playing wasn't pleasing the fans and it wasn't pleasing some of the players. But I honestly felt that some of the players threw him under the bus a little bit, and that led to it as well. Right. Yeah, for sure.
Guy, what do you think? I mean, it's hard for me to understand how a coach can make a player into a better player than they already are. I mean, you take someone like Pogba, who's come from another league, who's quite, you know, has won some honours with Juventus, comes here, and now he's like an amazing new different player under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And you think to yourself, well, why couldn't you do that under Mourinho, who's more well known in the coaching world?
I mean, that's the thing with the modern day footballer. You know, they need to feel loved, and I feel like Jose Mourinho is definitely one of the old school type managers. Never really one to pump them up when they need. You know, not like put an arm around the shoulder. I think he's more very much like you follow my orders, authoritarian type. So I think that's done like pretty much to the upturn in form, and Solskjaer's come in, he's brought the feel-good factor back. He knows the club inside and out, and he knows what it takes. He's coached these guys like when he was in the reserve team, so he knows what it takes to get them going. Yeah.
Let's talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a name that I'm sure none of you would ever imagine would be brought in after Mourinho. Am I right? None of you probably would ever imagine, not on your lips. So here's a guy that's changed the team into a winning sensation, a huge inspiration, and people are saying that, and I'm sure you, the fans, you want him to be named permanent manager. Ferguson has said it, great guy he was, and they're quite close. What's your view? Is he ready now to take this team full time?
Based on the performances up until now, yeah, of course. We were unbeaten in the league. We've lost one game in 12, 13.
Yeah.
I mean, who out there now do you say is better than Solskjaer for the full-time job?
Well, Zinedine Zidane. I mean, Jim, what do you think?
No, Zidane. It can't be Zidane. It can't speak a lick of English. I think Ole's done a magnificent job. He's inspired the players. He's raised the game. He's brought the kind of football that United fans are used to back to the fore. No, he's got to have the job for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember as well, Mike Phelan's come back also. So it's not only Solskjaer, he's brought back the people who know the club inside out. And I think when you go back to when David Moyes was hired, I think that was the biggest downfall of the club, was Moyes getting rid of all the backroom staff, which for us, he wiped everything out. He literally could not get the staff that was there to boost the players. There was no one around that the players knew. So I think it stems back from pre-Mourinho. I know Mourinho was not playing attacking football or great football that the fans wanted, but it comes back to when Moyes was there and got rid of the backroom staff for me.
Yeah. All right. And finally, let's talk about you lost a player in the winter transfer window, Marouane Fellaini. Let's talk about him quickly. He left to go to China. Now, I would like to know, because I get confused. Actually, I don't get confused. I get a bit disappointed when players go to China because it seems to be all about the money. Do you believe that was right for him to go, or was it just lack that he knew he wasn't going to get any more playing time?
Yeah, I think he realized it was the end of his lifeline at United, especially under Ole. Going to China, yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a cop-out for me. It is about the money. We've seen the likes of Tevez do that as well. It's a money grab. I think he could have found a spot in a team in the Premiership. Yeah.
All right. Guys, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to say about United?
How good does it feel?
All the fans
We
are here.
got Sanchez, Paul Pogba, and Fred. Marcus Rashford is back, born and bred.
All right, guys. Well, thanks to my guests for joining me. Again, thanks to the Firkin for having us. Next week, we'll be at Barcelona for another El Clasico showdown. Until then, this is Ben saying goodbye. Thanks for watching SoccerHolics TV.